So I've changed my location. I thought I'd take us all out on a bit of a field trip into my garden. It's so much warmer out here. I mean, the struggle is real. I'm strategically balanced on top of a tree stump here and trying to just get in the sun a bit because it's just flipping cold here. Um, anyway, I wanted to talk about twin flames, sacred counterparts. A lot of powerful information just coming through day by day, and we're coming into month 2 now of lockdown. So it's like getting disempowered more and more and more. All of us are feeling it, whether you feeling the war is within you or whether you're fighting it out there, whatever. We really are getting to the dark corners of it all, aren't we? And if you are spiritual light workers, if you're already in the field, you're probably fast discovering exactly what your skill set is, what it is you came here to do, and what exactly your gifts and abilities are, right? You probably may never have known them to the extent that you know them now. For example, I'm always referring to the way showers. We're the ones that go ahead of everything. Half the time we think we've taken a wrong turn and gone wrong because we're the only ones there. But then guess what? 6 months later or a time down the line, then other people turn up and you go, oh wow, because you didn't realize you were a leader. Then you have like the grid keepers, the earth keepers, people, the gatekeepers who connect to each and every one of us with each other and say, hey, you should go and chat to that guy there, he'll help you out. And then all of a sudden this beautiful spiritual circuit happens and is created, this matrix. So I'm talking about the twin flames, which is just another department to work in, I suppose. In my eyes, I believe that they are, they're here to do big work. We all are here to do big work. This isn't a hierarchy, but I mean, I'm a twin flame, so I'm just going to share what's coming through for me because I've been told to. Basically, twin flames as we know them is all about, people have got caught up with still finding their beloveds and the other half to their heart, which is not what it is at all. We have our own souls. We are twin souls. We share a unique soul design, which means when you come toe to toe and face to face with your sacred other, all of a sudden you feel those mirrors and you go, wow, we're here to do the same thing, because you share the same unique soul design with each other, and consequently you've come here to do big work. So just to recap, which I will do in all the videos just to bring us onto the same page, our spiritual path in general, this is why I say twin flames and sacred counterparts, because I feel that we slowly cross over from twin flames into sacred counterparts, meaning people who are in very powerful spiritual relationships with one another. You're both spiritual, you're both working towards the same thing, being in your highest vibration possible, working in your highest timeline for the greater good of all. So that is what relationships should be. But with twin flames, we have a specific job to do. I call us space holders. The ultimate journey for all of us is to balance our masculine and feminine energies within, our divine masculine and feminine, which is why it's called the sacred sexuality. It's funny enough, actually it's probably the last thing to do with sex itself. The sexuality comes from the divine masculine and feminine within. That's the union that's got to happen. And when you when that union occurs, then you can emanate unconditional love. And let's face it, when you can emanate unconditional love to yourself and to all, and when you love yourself, whoever they are, can no longer control you. They've lost. You've won. But then with the twin flames being / way showers, it is really important. I always feel like we're the front line. We're the warriors. We're all warriors, but do you know what I mean? We're the ones that have got to go kind of like crashing out there with arms flailing and just like rah rah, as I've referred to it before, the Braveheart energy. You can take our lives, but you'll never take our freedom kind of vibe. So I just speak from experience of what my twin flame relationship has brought, because I'm married to my twin flame, and kind of what level that I'm working at. And basically the last week I had a transmission, which I was sat on my bed, and all of a sudden this transmission comes through so powerful from the Galactic Federation. Now the Galactic Federations, just so we can all know, is not, look, we all connect with the galactics, but they're not my my go-to. They're not my well, I think I've had a bit of a changing of the guard. I think we've changed a lot with, I think some guides have stepped back, some have stepped in. This is what happened. Galactic Federation came through, huge transmission. I was bloody vibrating and shaking and nearly fell off the bed because that's where I was meditating. And basically what they brought through is like, they're like, right, okay, we're the ones you work with for the twin flames. They brought through a huge transmission and a symbol, a geometric symbol, which when I looked it up later, because I didn't know what the fuck it meant, when I looked it up later, it was actually a symbol that helps us balance the masculine and feminine energies. And I was like, okay, now I'm listening, and I'm going to share that with you as well. So they said, you know, you got to get out there, you got to do some live channels and things like that for meditations, which I'm going to do, and put one on YouTube so we can all work with it. But it's really time for us to step into action now. So what that means is, like, let's get rid of the separation. First of all, they said the whole separation vibration, which is really, really like connected to the twin flames, that timeline's got to go. We got to squash that, because if that's still hanging around and you're trying to do this work, you're just going to be doing it in an energy of separation, which means you're only going to get there but not be able to touch it. You're constantly going to be like falling short. So if that means with each other, that you're not connecting with each other or within yourself, well, separation's got to go. So we need to squash that timeline, and I think the meditation I'll bring through will be to help us do that. They also said that even if you're not with your twin flame, but you know you have one, it doesn't matter, do the work anyway. Do your divine masculine and feminine reunion, union within. Do the work anyway, because let me tell you, from 20 years of marriage and only 5 years knowing that he's actually my twin flame, I tried so hard to fix us. And I just kept getting body slammed. And in the end, I was just like, well, I'm just going to work on what I have control of, which is the union within myself. I choose me. So with or without your twin flame, you're going to be sat in front of him going, well, I choose me, So that's what you have to do. And then they also said that, like, if you are looking for your twin flame, do the work anyway. Your vibration energy will be so powerful in the sky that they will find you. And the beautiful thing is if you continue with the work and do it anyway, and connect with other twin flames to do the bigger work, which is basically to ultimately bring the vibration and uphold the vibration of Earth, of Gaia. If you do that work anyway, the chances are your twin flame is going to come into your space, and when you do connect and you do meet, he or she has probably already done his divine union walk path kind of vibe, and you're just going to slip in and just going to unite. No more of this fighting or tussling, or your twin flame is married to someone else, and that at some point you've got to disengage from that, because it's disempowering you, and it's disempowering the whole grid work of twin flames. So that's got to go. So, and what I do find interesting, and I do want to share, because a lot of people have a lot of information about twin flames out there, and that's cool. You've got to go with what resonates. And I have to just share with what's coming through for me, because it's just the law of the land, right? And I know a few twin flames within my circle. Do you know that during lockdown, they were separated? Different countries. And do you know that, I don't know how, powers of the universe, they ended up basically uniting, and they're actually in the UK together, the two of them. And I know twin flames. My husband lives and works in Zimbabwe, but he comes to South Africa back and forward. That's been the issue of our 5 years, separation vibe again. And he is basically 2 days before he was due to fly back to Zimbabwe, the lockdown kicked in and he got stuck here. So we were united in our homes as well. Why does that happen? Why did that happen now? So the unions have happened or are happening. And like I say, even if you are not physically joined with your twin flame, it doesn't matter, because energy and connection in that way, it can be done. It can be done. We all know this, right? So it's really important. And this is what the Galactic Federation was pushing, is just like, get everybody together, get everybody connected. Even in your meditations, connect with the twin flame energy, connect with your mission and purpose, connect with your sacred other, even if you have not met them yet. They will feel that vibration, because it's about choosing you. When you're stepping out of yourself, searching, that's separation. And we are an example to others. So we have to balance our masculine and feminine energies within, and then emanate the unconditional love, which we're one of the first lots of people that will do that, or the first lots of beings, let's say, that will do that, which will enable others to follow in suit. So we're the space holders. So we've got to do that. We've got to follow, walk with example. Because the thing is, we are all gods and goddesses on this planet, and we all have to be in our highest vibration and our innate skills and abilities. And it doesn't take one architect to build a building. It takes architects, it takes plumbers, it takes plasterers, it takes interior designers. It's not, I mean, like, what is that saying about it takes a whole village to raise a whatever? This is what I'm talking about. So I'm just talking strongly about twin flames because that's my department. So you might find that you are the plumber or the plasterer or the whatever, you know. Where do you stand in all of this? You know, how do we come together and work with you guys? You know, we got to link all our departments so we can actually protect Earth, clean the energies and the energetic attacks, and I'm going to use the word attacks, that are coming in. It's our job. So this is why it's really important to find out, connect with, strengthen your inner blueprint, find out who you are and work with that. So, but as far as the twin flames go, you know, this is like kind of really, really calling out there. So for you guys, that when you go into meditation, as I say, whether you're with your twin or not, to connect energetically, and they will find you. They will find you in and amongst all of this, or after we can actually physically get that out there and connect. So, you know, it's really important that we do that. So yeah, so this is about divine union within. Okay, so this is really, really important, that whatever that takes, you got to purge that shit that basically makes your masculine too strong. Purge that shit that's made your feminine too strong, or vice versa, or not strong enough, you know. And then I wanted to talk, because I work very much with the Egyptian shamanism, and the Egyptian shamanism is all about the gods and goddesses, the Neteru or pantheon of Egypt, and they are coming through me at the moment like a freight train with very, very strong ancient wisdom for current, you know, for current day living. And you know what's really interesting is most of them in Egypt were twin flames. You know, you've got Archangel Michael. He had a twin flame called Faith. You had Saint Germain. His twin flame was Portia, you know. So it looks like actually maybe we all have twin flames. Who knows? There's so much about twin flames we don't know. And also as well, know and understand, because I was always just like, there's more to come of this twin flame stuff we need to know. Know that you can actually link up with any other twin flame. It does, and you don't have to be intimate with them. It's very common for the Ascended Masters to link up with another same-sex twin flame to get their mission and purpose done. So this is what I'm saying. There's so much more available to us than what you actually thought. And yeah, and then I'm just going to end up with just talking a little bit about Isis and Osiris, who were twin flames, as was Nefertiti and Akhenaten. But let's talk about Isis and Osiris. I was always questioning, there's something to do with Isis, Osiris and Horus. And after much research, I found out that they call that the triad, the twin flame triad. And I was like, oh, now Horus is the left and right eye of Horus, okay? He's about balance. He's got the Shakti and Shanti, the gold and the silver eye, okay? And that is all about balance and harmony. And the reason he is so relevant to do with Isis and Osiris, after you've gone through your divine masculine, divine feminine balance and remembering and bringing it all in, the reason he's so important is because once you get to Horus, which was their son, it's about harmony. So that emanating unconditional love vibe is at that point, you'll then start working with Horus if you choose to. So I'm very much Osiris and Isis at the moment, but I think just now, when the time is right, we'll start bringing through the codes and the information and the activations through Horus. And then start to embody that. And that doesn't matter whether you're twin flame or not, because the whole purpose of everything that we're doing is about masculine and feminine balance anyway within us. I mean, remember, what goes on inside of you, what goes on within is basically a reflection of your external reality. So this is why the inner work is so important. When you get sucked up into all that shit out there, Disengage, switch your phone off, regroup, come in and do the inner work. That is where you're going to change the world. So I'm going to sign off now because I'm sitting on this tree stump and it's very uncomfortable, but I think that I've come to the end of what I wanted to share with you. So I love y'all, and keep the faith, and rah rah, Braveheart. Peace.